Every time I start talking, it's like my voice screws up, but it should be good to go now. Alright. Haven't streamed non-WoW in probably, like, haven't successfully streamed non-WoW in years, I think, so I think I got the audio levels all sorted out so you can hear what's happening in the game. We'll find out. Let's hope that it works out. Let's give it a go. I don't know much about this game other than a very brief, I read like half of the description, but as I was reading that half of the description, I saw like the video and I'm like, this looks a little bit like a more fantasy Tomb Raider kind of a thing. And on top of that, like this song started and I'm like, I know this song. And then as the actual lyrics started, I was like singing along with it and I'm like, this is a VNV Nation song, which is like one of my favorite bands that no one else ever seems to have heard of. So I'm like, that's a sign I need to get this game. So I don't know much about the game, but we're gonna give it a go. Try not to sniffle too much, but it's gonna happen. I can feel it. Should get tissues someday.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others.
So creepy in the headset.
Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? I'm watching. Why isn't she coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already doing it. Feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others.
Mental health advisor.
You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Oh, I can look.
Up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's there. They're here.
Can you see them?
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
So far, I'm loving this.
They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? watching her. I'm watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
An intro I didn't feel like skipping. That's a first.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Okay, so I'm in control now. Taking the ambiance. Mature audiences only. I didn't zoom in on that. I guess the game wanted to. Okay, let's see. Shift to sprint. If there is a jump,
Take
I
a
don't
closer
know
look
it.
to see. Why isn't she focusing? She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
How close do I need to get? I'm pretty close. Oh, E.
Do not forget my stories, Senua.
Hey,
Because your
Anarchona.
darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim. forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate. But gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river.
Just playing
Find a
Hellblade.
bridge covered in gold.
Okay, so she
Path to
auto
Helheim
jumps.
goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
I actually don't even know if there's like combat in this game and stuff like that, so I think I'm about to find out.
Darkness is coming. Yearn for life. Hunger. Like a pack of wolves in the heart. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Ooh, that's neat.
The land of mist and fog. The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim. Where are you? I hear you. There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
Yeah, the computer upgrades are a big deal. I've really seen the difference. I'm glad I did it. It was worth it. Alright. Oh, yes, we go down here. So far I have no controls other than moving and then kind of zooming in. Should I turn back? I can do that.
He's already dead.
I'm not sure if there's like incentive to explore in this game or if it's just kind of a follow along with the story and enjoy.
She needs to save his soul. She wants his
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
I presume that stairs is where to go, but there's clearly a path in this direction as well, so... Nope, it's just a red herring path. Alright.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
Okay, I don't know how to get on the ladder. Trying all the traditional keys. E and clicking and whatnot. F is interact. Weird.
That's the way. Are you scared?
Lara Croft time.
Quick, Tom, quick.
Get down.
What's she waiting for?
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar. An old fool. Druth is my truth. Huh?
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes. Come on, closer.
I didn't get bored and pull out my phone for texting. I had to look up the voice of Druth because I heard it before. He's the male hawk in Dragon Age 2. He also was in the show Arn, which is a Swedish language show, which is which is about Templars. It's pretty good. Let's see here. Some additional voices in Dragon Age. Few Final Fantasy voices. Something in just additional voices in Assassin's Creed. There's lots of background, like additional voices kind of a thing, looks like. Anyways. Okay. Back to the game. Whenever I hear a voice, I have to know where I've heard it before.
It's too loud. Stop.
I don't know. I feel like they might have given me some sort of hint that I've forgotten now. Because I was looking up voices. Is there a rock I can throw at it? Oh, they said use your eyes. Maybe. Aha.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one
interesting. I don't know how far away I could end up having to go, though.
It's near. Focus, and you will find it.
I think it's here. Uh-huh. Oh. I can't tell what's supposed to, I guess that's kind of the point, is that I can't tell what is in the game and what's like the illusion. But I think that's kind of the thing they were going for. So kudos to them. Keep seeing more and more when I look in this direction. And I'm unsure if this is supposed to be something like carved into the wall, or if it can be like a natural formation that happens to take this shape. Oh, it's the shadow. See? You can see the shadow there. There it is. Haha, that is tricky.
Look towards the gate,
I like it.
and the gate will open.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
It's going to work.
That was cool.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Why are we hating on the Northmen so much?
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
The world of the dead is ruled by the
Yeah,
giant
this game is nuts. I'm
Hela,
loving it so far.
daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna go into Helya. So just remember, during the submerge phase, deal with the destructor tentacles, and once she pops up, I'll interrupt the first torrent, and then just make sure you're not in her breath, and everything will be fine, and we'll 3 chest. Here we go. Just pop heroism when she first comes out. Okay, let's see here. I love that we're going through these different environments. So we had like the creepy forest, and suddenly we were in this like beach type area, and then we were in caves, and now it looks like we're getting into a kind of greenish area. Very interesting, like different environments a lot. But oop, I just got an achievement called The Fight Begins. I have a feeling I'm about to discover combat.
Look at him.
You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors
You
lie
guys can
behind
hear
that door.
the sound okay? Then if you know, since you know it's trippy. I was a little bit worried. I tested it, but I wasn't sure how it was going to actually work out. So I do have a sword. I see now I do have a sword. I think I'm about to put it to use.
You took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Okay, I need a second. I didn't, like, we're not gonna quit or anything like that, but I did not realize we were going to deal with some element of body horror in this game. It's like, I've had recurring nightmares where it's actually my right arm. Like, I end up like this with this like necrotizing, flesh-eating disease in my nightmares, and it's just like, so it's like it's one of them. Ugh. Oh, nothing gets to me quite like that. So that was unexpected and troubling. But I think that's kind of the point of the game. And it's not, I mean, I like horror games for a reason. Weird feelings are kind of fun in games. I like the way games make me feel even when it's a negative feeling. It's like, because it made me feel. So, all right, let's find out what this combat's all about. Oh, this is good to know. Combat controls. Fast strike, heavy strike, melee attack, lock, evade. Oh! I didn't realize we were...
Finish this!
This is some very visually impressive combat. It's not very difficult, though. Oh! I think that I might be dying and not realizing it. Yeah. Oh, I have to die to cross the bridge. Might be a scripted death. Because I'm not hitting him anymore. I think this is a scripted death. We'll find out. If this is my actual game over screen, that's gonna get really harrowing after a few failed combats. Yeah, scripted death, okay.
A vision of what's to come.
Oh snap.
Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her.
Oh gosh, this is gonna get to me all game. This is gonna get to me so bad.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Dark rot will grow each time you fail. The rot reaches Senua's head, her quest is over. So it's like a long-term game over thing. Okay. Interesting. I wonder what they mean by fail. Is it like just getting hit in combat? Or is it like dying?
The thought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
He's not breathing.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Alright. I'm very incentivized to not fail so that I don't have to see this thing crawl up my arm. Okay, so this one was fire.
She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight 2 gods first.
2 gods?
2 gates.
Which will she choose first?
Fire. Fire, she will choose for.
Fire giant has answered.
Which one will she
He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground.
Okay, so I can't.
Fight him, Senua, and spill his blood.
I can't just pull out my sword while I'm running around, which makes me think combat's always gonna be
She
preface,
found the wretched
which is
old
good.
fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of fire giants. People from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Senua. We each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Getting a bit darker. I see fire, so that's probably the way to go. Oh. Like a real gamer, I must go in every other direction possible first. I don't know if there's any supply gathering. It looks like no, as far as like health potions or something. Looks like just an experience game of, hey, go through our story, look, isn't it cool? And so far I say, yes, it is cool.
You're close. Surrounded. Strong enough.
Well-timed block there.
He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike him.
I like combat. It feels good without being like burdensome.
I can still smell it. A sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind.
So I think that hint is leading me towards the pile of burning bodies.
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
There are a few options to create this Y pattern here. And I don't know if I need to find them together, the N and the Y. I know they're not an N and a Y, they're runes, but still, you know. Oh, I need to be looking at shadows too. Can't forget about that. I'm confident I'm in the right area. I just need to find the right lineup.
Are they screaming?
Did they say runes are in water? That's what it sounded like. Screams will help you. Yeah, this is it's fun to play too. It keeps saying to follow the screams, but I'm not hearing any screams, so that's why I keep thinking... Oh. Now I'm starting to hear stuff. I'm gonna keep exploring the area. Just in case I've just discounted it. Yeah. Aha, and see here we've got some more bodies. And now we know that they can be separate. Okay. Aha. Gotta get this set up in a way that that pole is between those Ys. A pole? Maybe? Here we go. Here we go. I've got both of them, right?
Path to Hellhand
There we go.
is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
That's some weird fire graphic there.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Oh, looks like a place I might fight a god of fire. Oh, that's not my block button, that is.
Now, this is nearly the end.
Put your sword up. Ugh. I don't want to get my arm chopped off. Trying to, yeah, it says spacebar evades, but that is not working out like that. Don't mess up my arm. Damn it. They're gonna mess up my arm. Yeah, spacebar is said to be evade, but I don't know if I need to hit a direction with that, because just hitting spacebar ain't working. And I can't test it outside of combat, because the combat controls are different than non-in-combat controls.
Take him down! Find a good position! Don't let them surround you.
That worked.
Behind you!
Aha! Oh no! Oh, there's too many of them! How am I supposed to deal with both of them? Well, get up then.
She can still do it. Behind you! It's nearly over. Finish it. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Okay, I hope that my health kind of regens so I don't start low. And I also hope that I don't have like to eventually end up with like 3 of them, because that's actually really difficult, because I can't zoom out to see what's going on behind me.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Okay, what do I do with it? There we go.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Where's it gone?
The fire's disappeared.
The buyer. Cert is through there. He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth, Cert. Find your own path.
There's always
The
another way.
Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword. And at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
I just need to find fire.
Another fire sacrifice.
It's too far. She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
I think I saw the way to go is to the left, but gotta check all the nooks and crannies for lore. And here's some lore, so it's a good thing we checked.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it
Looks like
Ragnarok.
I'm filling out
Destiny of the
this
gods.
wheel. You can see some have turned white.
Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
The fire. I think it means that fire.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
So I see the fire. Alright. Can't wait to see what the God of Illusion, or whatever the other one was, has for us. Thought I wouldn't remember the way.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
So it looks like another fire gate. Indeed. Little village. Alright, well, we'll just go around the room in a clockwise fashion. Ooh, a door to look for runes for. I really like those puzzles so far. They're my favorite. It's this whole just, you know, find the fire, run back to where you were. Not that interesting, but these rune puzzles, I love. I guess I'll start it so that I can keep an eye out.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua,
Did that count? Yep. I'm getting good at this.
knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
that in a little bit. Now I want to look through this house a little bit more. Graphical effects making me think I should definitely be seeing the R somewhere soon. Oh, hello.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
This one's a tough one. That first one came really easy in this area, but this one does not. Doesn't help that I'm not sure if I'm even on the right layer, or sorry, level, or if I need to, maybe I need to go upstairs. I'm basically trying to figure out what could possibly do the little, the hanging down bit on the R, because that's really, I think, what's going to be the key to finding this one. It's like, technically the house could, but I can't find a good angle to do that. Oh, I gotta remember to be looking at shadows, too. I know it's somewhat connected to that room. Let's get back upstairs. I just don't know if that means that I need to be looking at something in this area, or if I need to be standing in this area and looking at something else. Oh. I've somehow found it. Ish. Something out there? I don't see it, but it's indicating that it's out there somehow. Oh, hello. Hello. That is one tricky fucking rune. I don't know how I ever would have found that if they read the graphical implications of, hey, you just moused over it by accident. Holy crap, that one was hard. Alright. More combat, maybe? I hope not. I just don't want to fight two at once. Combat was fun until I was fighting two at once. Can I turn on auto run? My pinky's starting. Oh, okay, run toggle on, please. There we go. Okay, you cannot run through fire, everyone. Now I'm gonna get arm damage. Don't show me my arm damage, please. Like, not in a gory way. Like, you can just remind me that I... Okay, yeah. You can remind me I have arm damage. Just don't, like, make me scratch it, please. Thank you. Running through the lines of fire on the ground is what I do best. Just ask my raid team. Oh, click on it, or touch it. Please. Touch it. Touch it. There you go. Oh. Okay, this time we're gonna not screw up the running bit. We're in a hurry. Oh, we have to go to the house. Go, woman, go. Go! Don't you fucking fall off that beam. God damn it. I can't fucking move. Like, you can't move. Like, this is really irritating. It's like, I'll hit my little, you know, now I have to do the whole fire thing again. Wonderful. And man, the more I think about it, the more I'm gonna get really irritated if I have to start literally the game all over again because I had too many rounds of combat that were like that one. Get a drink while we take 20 minutes crossing this theme. Alright, control. Well, move forward, goddammit! I would love to get up, but I sincerely don't even know if I have a command to do so. Very frustrating. Everything else about this game I'm loving, but the combat, it's a little bit like
Say your world has collapsed.
it's some story.
Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears.
Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
So like the only I didn't even mind frustrating combat, except it sounded, based on what they said about the arm thing, that every game restart can literally lead me towards having to start the game all over again, and that's not fun in my opinion. If I wanted to play hardcore mode, I would have selected for it. Oh great, another fire door. I bet that will lead to more combat, which I can screw up. So it's a door, but not one that I can open. Okay.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved The suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear. I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of certain. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
I figured there's no way that someplace up here isn't going to be part of the rune. So just gotta find out where that part is now. Oh.
It's the secret.
La-di-da. Got one. Okay, so... There we go. And now... Hello?
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The rainbow bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
So that hole in the wall will make the right shape when I go around the back, but I figure having a nice open door was probably a good idea. Just in case. That'll probably open the door to the fireplace. Then we run back through this direction. Go through the fire door. Open the door. I believe in you. Open the door. There we go.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
I have a feeling I'll have to go all through those houses through this fire, because otherwise this one would be way too easy. Or I'm gonna have to fight like 3 dudes.
Go on! Nothing will stop. Run, Senua! Run!
She's dying.
I did what they told me to do, and I don't think I messed up on anything unless I was supposed to walk around behind the thing, which is entirely possible. But that seems scripted. Also, why did my eyelashes burn off? Here we go. Got ourselves some cutscene.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spell the blood of Serpent. Take his mark, and I will cheer you from there and forever be your dead.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Trying to evade. How do I do it? There we go. I'm not sure how much of this is scripted versus how much I'm actually just doing a good job, but... What do you mean, focus? Okay, focus is when I hit E, so... I'm trying to focus, but it's not letting me.
He's getting stronger! Stop this! Bruce is getting stronger!
I'm trying to stop him, but I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. Did I win? Hooray! I win! Oh, that's a bit frustrating, but fun. I didn't quite feel like the things that were going well were necessarily because I was doing a good job, though.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. But so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
All right, so that's the fire guy. The guy left is going to be illusion guy, which, considering this already has me like trippy effects, that'll be interesting. That will probably be, I mean, I will definitely be in a future stream somewhat soon, because I hate leaving games, like, because if I go way too long, I'll forget the story and the controls and stuff, so probably tomorrow night, I'm not sure, but it's getting a little bit late here, and that seems like a good landmark to stop at. So thanks so much for folks who joined me to getting frustrated with Hellblade combat, but really enjoying the puzzles. So far I'm liking the game, so make sure you're following if you want to see more, or if you're just into World of Warcraft, which this obviously is.